This channel is called Body of Truth. And the reason for that name is that as I look to uncover more and more of the real me, one of the gifts that I discovered is that things come to me first through my body. They come to me as an actual physical feeling. And then I'm able, that's almost like the forebearer. And then the emotion shows up, and then I start to uncover what's a story and what's not. But I feel very fortunate that my body's not afraid to impart that wisdom to me, and that I am able to inhabit, fully embody my physical body for these things to come through. And the messages I have been receiving of late, and I've reported them quite dutifully here, is that there is a required softening that is being asked of me. I am not, I wouldn't call my personality hard. I would maybe call it a little hard charging. I feel very passionate about things, and I feel energetic about things that I love. So that energy comes out in my personality and the way that I carry myself and my psyche. But I have a lot of elements of softness in there. But I think that actually, in my effort to kind of claim my power, because that was so exciting, I really put those things away. I put those things away. And yesterday, in a circle with my sisters, in protection, I realized how far out in front of me and strongly I had my sword braced. Now, that was in protection of her. But I wonder, and this brought up for me, even in this place of really trying to soften and be still. In fact, the card I draw a card every morning, and it is the Hermit. So I am required to go within. And it's funny because I've been pulled into this earthly space, but what's really calling me is an unearthly space. It's the space between where I'm being called to. And so in reflection last night, have I always been holding that sword recently? Am I unable to disarm her? Am I unable to really lead with vulnerability, not just rawness, not just openness, but real, ragged, human vulnerability? And it's uncomfortable. Letting that part of yourself show feels uncomfortable. It's what we automatically armor up for, to protect. Because it's scary to let people at that. Now, no one can hurt that unless you allow yourself to be manipulated. But coming into a situation truly vulnerable actually allows you to get so much more out of the interaction, out of the relationship, and it invites whoever you're speaking to for their vulnerability to come forward as well. Not a comfortable place to be. We're so innately armored up. You know, think about our social media profiles. They're highlight reels. And not that we should appear, you know, with every single moment of our lives. I am raw and real here, but I don't share every moment of my life on this channel. But what I do share is what authentically comes up for me every day. I don't even love that word, authentic, but it's the real and raw of me every day. It's one item that I know is true. And that's always what I choose to share. Little meandery today. But I guess what I'm inviting you to do and inviting you to look at is in all areas of your life, not just your private relationships or your relationships behind closed doors. In your public persona, the way that you deal with the world, how open and vulnerable do you allow yourself to be? Now, I'm not talking going out with an open, ragged heart and allowing martyring yourself and allowing yourself to be flayed open. That's not what I mean. But your heart is strong. And most people are walking around scared to death of their own vulnerability showing. But it is a scary place. And it is uncomfortable. But I'm going to try really hard today to lead with that. And I invite you in some part of your day today to lead with that too. And I'm going to ensure and make sure that my sword is down. Not even just in background defense. I'm going to put the sword down. And this goes back to knowing, the true knowing of your body. That it's your presence that is so required, not your effort. That's been the theme of all of this for me. What's so ironic is to truly get out of your way so that you can enter abundance. You have got to think you're worthy of that abundance. And to truly appreciate feeling worthy, fully worthy as a human, as a being, it means, it's so hard for, I can't even get those words out. In order to show up as a being, you have to be able to show up and just be who you are without showing all your shiny medals of effort. Look how hard I tried. Look what I did. Look how I strive. I'm not taking away from effort, but I'm asking you for a day to try to lead with just who you are. Because the upshot will be, with that whole acceptance of who you are, you'll be able to get out of those old stories of scarcity, and abundance will start to come to you because you will be ready to inhabit it. A lot coming up today. But step in that pool of uncertainty, of transition, of maybe a new place. And I will see you tomorrow.